What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sandlot Gaming's Dungeons and Dragons. We are running the Tomb of Annihilation module. We are in Season 2, episode, or session 15, 16 now of this. We are running through this module. In our party, we have a bard, a wizard, a monk, a fighter, and a druid. And we are at the point of this module where we have reached Mbala, and are trying to figure out what happened to a village that has been completely destroyed. Or actually, the reason that it was completely destroyed. We found an old woman that was the only living person in the village. She seems to have some type of spell protection on it. And we know our guide, who is guiding us through the jungle, wants to get back to Mbala and says she cannot approach it. So we think, for some reason, because of that spell protection. Anyway, let's jump into the chat and see what everybody's up to.
Characters in my life before. Wouldn't be the first time.
and yet you're calling it back in. One wonders if this situation is self-inflicted.
I'm a helper, Chris.
You're a helper animal. That's funny. We were talking about that earlier today about helper animals, like families that train, like seeing eye dogs and helper animals. And then some of them then fail the program, and these families end up with like small packs of like stupid or crippled animals. They can't cut the mustard on these programs.
But you know what? If you bring them next to like another dog that hasn't been through that training, they're way more well behaved.
Yes.
Well, apparently sometimes they have enough of the training that it like is like complicated. Like I was talking to somebody and they're like, yeah, it's like the one dog kept leading the guy to like a pet store where like toys and treats were. And I'd be like, God damn it. I'm in the pet store again, aren't I?
I'm supposed to be getting my medicine.
Yeah, I don't know what the dog's name, but I was just like envisioning, like, fuck it, Rusty.
I'm out of my
God
oxygen.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I needed to be somewhere today.
You got a sign around your neck. Please tell me that this is not the number 10 bus.
If I'm in the pet store, let me know. My dog has led me astray again.
Yeah. Tell Siri to do that. Yeah.
Siri, where am I? God damn it.
Hey, Joe. I'm here again. No. I mean, it's been 15 minutes. He said 5, so maybe we can just start the recap.
I mean, he either never left his browser or he's joined up at some point tonight. So
he must have joined. Like I see him in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he wasn't there 10 minutes ago.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, I've had this open for a good little while.
Maybe 20 minutes ago he wasn't there though, because I was definitely I was the first one in.
You're not true.
Yeah, I actually was surprised to see a bunch of you already in when I joined. So
he says he's joining all the time. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the recap.
My phone's alarm is super loud. So.
By the way, I think some of you guys probably saw on Facebook I was at Yosemite this week. Has anybody ever been before?
Awesome.
It looked very nice. Yes.
I've got some more photos to post. It's stunning. Like if you ever have a chance to go, it's incredible. Let me
sounds like a lot of wasted resources to me. We need to start drilling that shit.
One of the places that's famous is El Capitan, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's the cliff face of Mbala, right there.
How many skill checks did you need to get up there?
I did not climb El Capitan.
Why not?
So you know that's a day hike. You can climb.
Oh, because it's super high. Okay, I got you. Right. Okay.
Hey, Troy, you know there's a parking lot around back. You can climb up to it in 3 hours.
So I was actually on the other side, and I went up to this place called Sentinel Dome, which has a 360 view of El Capitan, Half Dome, the Cathedral Rocks, basically everything.
Wow.
It's awesome.
I was there when I was probably 12 or 13.
Yeah.
It's been a while back.
Just
It's
knowing
really
that's
cool.
a place where you can go makes me wish so badly that weed was like publicly legal, because I would just
But
light
It is
up.
in the state that it is in the state that's
Yeah.
in.
yes, it is.
What are you doing next weekend,
Chris,
Hillers?
all of a sudden,
California.
books a flight
Seriously,
to
let's go, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to your house, but if we need to get on a plane,
Hillary really is gonna be just dude on the couch.
We don't need to get on a plane, but that would make it
Yeah.
easier.
so, social media has just reminded me that I don't go anywhere cool, and other people are doing cool shit all the time, and it
Yeah.
makes me so grumpy.
Welcome to Facebook.
I'm like, what? Fuck that guy.
So who hasn't recapped in a while?
Ooh,
Joe Pasquale.
my memory is shit, so it shouldn't be me right now.
Well, essentially, we just made like 12 lefts. Talked to that lady like 16 times.
Yeah, I forget kind of how it ended up.
Dug up her garden, and then decided we needed to make a few more lefts before
No,
we did
so-
anything of note.
Well, so we climbed the hill. We passed the
Yeah.
checks to climb the hill. We got up there. We saw the destroyed village. We met a lady who was really weird and mysterious, and is definitely into some necromancy shit. And we came to find out. Well, she said she's protecting Mbala from the monsters who are the flying creatures out to the west, who she wants us to get rid of because she lost something. What were we looking for?
No.
Her pet monkey.
Her pet of something.
Pet
well,
monkey. Yeah. So,
That's right.
but we
Monkey.
found out after doing some magic detection, we found out that she's actually got some kind of spell over the village or the area of Mbala, which is some kind of protection spell that keeps things out that she doesn't want to get in, and we suspect that Iku is one of those things. So either Iku or this woman are evil, and we're gonna need to, do what we do to them. And
Set them on fire.
yeah, but we also found out that she can teach us how to bring people back from the dead, for those people who want to learn it. But it's gonna take a few days to do that. So in the meantime, what's your name? Jason and Recto have decided to maybe head down the mountain to talk to Iku about this woman, while the spellcasters in our group, Sans Squawk, who surprisingly didn't really hit it off with the old woman, Squawk is just standing far away watching all this happen. So
Yeah, and I do still think it's on him to decide like which twosome he'd like to hover over.
yeah.
Well, he can get down to Iku fairly quick. So.
Well, I don't think he can hover over you guys if you're near the old lady. So
Well, not directly
yeah,
over. No.
it's gonna be an issue.
I think
I'm gonna
So
poop
I
in her
think-
house.
I think Squawk is like 1,000 feet away or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's just sort of out of spitting distance. He's not like banished from the area. If he thinks there's trouble, he could conceivably stay there and still see what was happening, or he could come with us.
Okay.
Well,
Good. So I think that's where we'll get started. And so maybe we'll start with you guys, Jason and Recto, as you guys kind of head out from the hut.
Down the hill we go.
Are we going? I was thinking about this. I have no ways to get us back up the hill. Like, I do nothing that can help us pass a check.
Well,
Yeah,
you
you
mostly do nothing. We're used to it, and we have a set of stairs.
Like, I
past
could
the last
show the
check.
hill my stone fist, but I don't know that that's going to be a practical use.
So there is a set of earth-formed stairs leading down a treacherous area.
For some of
And-
it, yeah.
And you'll have a Rocky theme song playing in your head as you do it.
Yeah, and for some, and for the rest of it, we are proceeding along a path, however treacherous it might be. So it's up to our benevolent DM what checks we may have to pass on our way down there.
No, it's not. We have to kind of describe what we're doing.
I'm walking down the path to get to Eco.
So at the end of the last session, you guys had said that you were going to go track down Squawk first before you head down the path. Is that still the case, or no?
Yes, we would let him know, or at least
Yeah,
I
we'll go
would.
tell him what the deal is.
Like what we've learned, that she seems to have some new music. Yeah, have some. The lady seems to have some necromantic powers. That she seems to have some essential problem with Iku, and that she thinks she's guarding the area from I guess extra danger because everyone's dead. Like it's already had danger. So.
She's afraid it's gonna come back, whatever it is. I think, or something. I think she's batshit crazy, and we're just
at
gonna
least
have to...
crazy, maybe lying and totally evil. But I think we want to go down and inquire of Iku why this woman would specifically be barring her and her type of magic, because we have some magic. You know, it's like we're not unpowerful.
Yeah,
but
Iku, we also know like she's some type of like she doesn't sleep. She's been cut and she doesn't bleed. Like, there's something weird about her. So we haven't really figured that out yet.
I think it's time we had a more thorough accounting and
enhanced interrogation.
Right, and in the meantime, they're up there ostensibly learning dark rites from maybe a witch. So we're both kind of equally, I feel like, potentially in danger.
Yeah.
We don't know
what could ever go wrong from splitting the party in half?
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. That's always worked out well for us.
By some hell demon.
Yeah.
But
so, hey, Iku, what's your deal?
Yeah. So Squawk, you get to choose which hell demon you'd like to be devoured by.
So yeah, you guys head back in the direction that you saw Squawk fly away in, through kind of the dusty ruins of the once town of our city of Mbala. So Squawk had flown a little bit to the west towards where the Terrafolk are nested, but only a little ways. So definitely not the full ways. That takes you maybe 5 to 10 minutes of walking to kind of spot him and track him down, be able to wave towards him and get him to notice you and fly back down towards you, so to the point where you guys can speak.
I fly back down towards them when I see them.
Great.
I forget how much Squawk heard from the old lady, but
nothing.
Regardless, I'd like to inform on what we said, that she's got some kind of spell over here that's keeping things out. We think that the spell is keeping Iku out, so we're going to go talk to Iku and be like, who is this woman, and why does she not want you to come back to Mbala? And what's your deal, lady? You know, that kind of stuff. Stuff that's really never gone wrong when a guy has asked a woman that question. You know, those kinds of questions. You know.
Are you in fact a devil?
Don't get hysterical. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. Try not to get all emotional when I ask.
Just calm down.
If you are Satan,
calm down. That's another one they love. Yeah, that's yeah.
I'd love to mansplain to you how you may be Satan, but do not react in any way.
And who all is it's Roland, or it's Recto.
So Recto and Jason are there speaking to you, while Roland and Zygmundo are back at the hut.
Okay, I'm gonna go. All right, I'll go with you guys. I'll fly down with you guys and help provide you guys some musical inspiration as we go.
I'm already getting some, man. This background music is jiving.
No, right. Life's better with music in the background, so for sure.
Word.
So you guys make your way back to the main entrance, to the path that descends down the cliff face, and you're able to well, I guess, how big of a rush are you in?
None.
Not a rush. You know, we're going at a steady pace,
normal
but not.
Pace, normal pace.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, she said it was going to take a day or two for them to learn their new skills.
Become evil.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, to become more necromantic. So it only takes a couple hours to get up. So I would navigate it quite carefully on the way down.
Okay. If so, is everybody going carefully? Squawk, I assume you're just flying down, or?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And Recto, you're proceeding carefully with Jason.
Holding hands. Yep.
Okay.
I guess skipping.
Jason,
so
that'd be ridiculous.
Recto's hands, kind of is swatting him away.
His club.
Having gone up it already and kind of learned the course, if you're willing to take it slow and probably spend 45 minutes to get to the bottom, I think you could get it to the bottom without any really taking any chances.
Will do.
Yeah,
it's a lot easier to go down than go up.
Yeah,
I've always said that.
you have.
Yeah.
You say that a lot, actually. It's weird.
Heyo.
I do.
Nick goes down a lot.
All right, so the three of you begin your descent. Squawk, you're probably the first one down, since you can probably get down and
Stop flying. Stop
Like
flapping my
Yeah.
I just stop flapping my wings when I get down there.
You might want to start towards the bottom again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, roll for splat.
Do you know how to bird?
A gorilla jumps out at you and rides you down to the bottom.
We're gonna swap back over to Zig and Roland, but before we do, everybody should have your map loaded. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes.
The
And so what?
The big overlay map.
the whole area, yes.
Yeah. And so one of the things you might notice is that I've gone ahead and uncovered a pretty significant chunk of the map to your southeast,
Basin.
showing parts of the Aldani Basin, because you are, about half a mile up from sea level right now, so you can see
Okay.
probably close to 50 miles.
Does
Yeah.
the shovel and the pickaxe indicate a mining area?
Shovel and pickaxe does, that's a mine.
I mine
That's
it.
correct.
What?
That's like, depending on which one you're talking about, it's like at least 80 miles away. So
No, that's fine. I was just
What is this? Oh, over there. Yeah.
those
Yeah.
are not new. Those have been on your map the whole time.
Yeah.
I
And
was
skull and
looking
crossbones
at.
The only
This
thing that's new
guy.
is this.
Poison.
So
Crossbones
that
is poison.
you would know. So Jason, you would know because so Harakamar is very close to that. And so if at some point you want to kind of mark that off on the everybody else's map, they would know where it is as well.
The basin?
No.
The Cobalt
Rockhammer
Mountains.
is close to the Valley of Lost Honor.
Yeah, it's down here, right?
Yeah. Here, So let's say at some point that Jason shares where this is on the kind of shared map. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would love to share my grievances with anybody that's willing to listen for more than a day or two.
Yeah, we know. We know.
I especially since Iku has indicated that there's like an undead general of some kind that killed my essentially everyone I knew. I would love to have them be interested in also killing that thing. So yeah, I would want them to know the whole story.
How do you pronounce those words right above the Valley of Lost Honor, DM?
Ataz Equalizai.
Okay. I think you nailed it.
Thanks.
Cultural sensitivity is the name of the game in this campaign.
Did I not include enough clicks? I don't know.
There it is. There it is. That's exactly what I was talking about. All right, so we go down.
All right, so you guys begin your descent.
Christ.
We flash back over to the hut. So shortly after you all left, and Granny is all hunched over and seems very very upbeat. She's very excited. She kind of waves to Roland Zygmunt and says, "Well, might as well get started." And asks you to kind of motions to head into the hut.
I head into the hut.
All right, so you guys go in there, and she kind of leans her cane against this table that's holding all of these various bottles and jars, and she picks up the Morin pestle and says, "Okay, well we'll get started. Much to learn. It's going to take a while." And she kind of points one very gnarled finger at this large purple jar and says, "Somebody get that for me."
I'll reach forward. I'll hand it to her and ask her, what exactly are we learning here?
She says, "Well, you'll see. It takes time. It takes time. But you asked to learn the secrets of making the dead walk again. I'll show you, but it won't go fast. Be patient. Patient."
What are we to expect from this process?
Well, first we have to make a poultice. You'll see. And so she kind of uncorks the jug and pours what looks like ash out of it into she's got this mortar and pestle set up, and she pours some of that in. She kind of looks around and looks at both of you and says, Well, next I'll need some water from the cistern. One of you go out and get water from the cistern for me, please.
I guess I'll take my chance. I'll go grab it.
Okay. So you leave to go get that, and Granny kind of looks over at Roland and holds the mortar and pestle up and says, "Okay, we'll take this, and start to just grind it, mash it up, make it nice and powdery."
What am I mashing up here?
It's right now. It's just a bowl of kind of clumped ash.
I want to ask her
what
that.
looks like. You would ask her that?
Yes.
She'll say, these are ashes of the dead.
Any proportions to this? Are we baking here?
No. We're just trying to make this nice and soft right now. Too many bone chunks left.
All right, I start mortar and pestling.
Okay. So Granny kind of moves behind you towards this other rack.
But if she moves past me, by the way, I want to be watching what she is doing. I don't want her just behind me. I don't trust her for that. So I'm gonna really try to keep. If she walks behind me, I want to be looking at her the whole time.
Okay. And you see that as she moves towards that rack and moves past you, she notices you kind of watching her, and she. Okay. And so she grabs something off of the rack, and you see her looking at it, and she kind of tucks it into a pocket on this kind of sash around her neck, and she turns around and kind of looks at you and says, "Well, time to get started."
Sounds great.
Good old thumbs up ski over here.
All right, and we will pause there while we flash back to the other three who have descended down to the bottom of the cliff, and I found EQ
Dead.
No, she's not dead. She's waiting by
she
some
might
of
be dead,
some
to
of
be
your
honest. We don't know.
some of your stuff.
As Norm MacDonald says, what's the first thing that happens after you die? You are found.
So you guys get down there, and she's just kneeled down, appearing to be meditating. And Squawk, you arrive first, and she kind of senses your approach and stands back up solemnly, patiently waiting for you all to return.
Okay.
So you're going to be down probably 30 plus minutes before them. Do you engage with her at all, or do you just wait for them?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes, I will. Pull up my fiddle, pull out my violin, start playing, start working on a song, working on a story that's been going on. Working on a story, and I want to relay to I said, "Hello again."
And Iku kind of slowly.
I need to get this. I need to get a conversation started so I can play it out.
Okay. So Iku kind of she approaches you slowly and says, "Where are the rest of your friends?
They're on their way.
What did you find?"
We found we found a town that's been destroyed by something. We found a very destroyed town.
Yes, Mbala. It was once one of the larger kingdoms here in Chult. It was a capital of sorts.
Do you know what happened up there?
I do not. All I know is that it was destroyed, and some great evil prevents me from accessing it.
Am I allowed? Can I see if someone's lying to me? Given
you
my
can attempt to, yeah. So you can. So if you have any magical way of doing it, you tell me. Just the normal way would be just
magical way. I could do it right now because that would require me casting a spell, and she'll hear me cast the spell, so I couldn't necessarily do it magically.
Well, you could do it. She would just notice.
Well, yes, okay. But my thought is, I think that just given that how high my performance, persuasion, perception is.
So insight is the normal way of doing this. So insight checks are the way that you generally tell. You get insight into a person. What is their motivation? What's going on here? Are they trying to deceive me?
Okay. Okay. Can I make an insight check?
Sure can. Yeah. So you're making an insight check to try to determine if she's trying to deceive you. Is that the thing that you're trying to do here?
Yes, that's what I would like to do. Could I make a case for it? Could I make a case to like roll something else, or are we just gonna say the insight is what it is?
You can make a case.
Okay. No, so make an insight. So,
you can ask for whatever you want.
Whoa!
Yikes.
Wow.
Okay. She appears to be completely transparent with you.
Okay.
You see no hint of deception.
Okay. Okay, great. So she has no idea what happened up there. Okay. We did find this one house that was still available though, and what are the races called? The birds, the bird people.
The terrafolk.
The terrafolk. They're terrafolk. There was this one house up there with this one lady who seemed to be very jittery up there. Do you know anything about her? Do you know anything about just like the town in general and the people who were up in that town? Before I talk about the terrafolk, I want to ask, do you know anything like what kind of town was this? Who lived there? Why would anything want to destroy it?
So she tells you that all sorts of people lived there. That it was a very large town. Perhaps 1,000 people or more lived there at once at its peak. Many different people, traders, artisans, craftsmen, artists, lived there, and it was one of the focal points of trade for the area. And that she does not know how it was destroyed, as she mentioned.
Okay. Have you ever been there?
She does say so. She says, but you found someone alive.
Yes, we did find one person alive. Yes.
That's very strange. This town was destroyed 2 generations ago. To find somebody still alive. Tell me more about this person.
Well, if the town was destroyed, why are you still not allowed up there?
Well, Nick, do you know about that for sure?
Yeah, because I was with us when she said she could make it the case up there.
Right. Okay. Double check. Sorry.
What she explains is that some kind of magical ward prevents her from ascending the path.
Okay. And how long have you not been able to go up the path?
Since it was destroyed.
2 generations.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, and there is this one lady up there who, and there are these terrafolk who seem to be ravaging the town right now. Probably just looking over the town for scavenges and for any kind of just pickings that they can use for their terrafolking.
Yeah, and so she tells you, yes, terrafolk are unfortunately a common nuisance in Chult, but this destruction could not have come from them. They are mostly scavengers. They will attack the living, but they mostly feed carrion off the dead. I do not believe they could have. Perhaps they could have attacked and killed many. I don't know. I do know that they could not have cast whatever magic is preventing me from ascending to the top of Mbala.
The old woman said something about that the ward is there to protect against monsters coming in. What kind of monsters would want to be coming in, and what would she be trying to keep out?
Well, that is a very good question, isn't it?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do not know, but I believe that this ward is not to keep.
How can we break this ward? How did you know what we can do to get rid of this ward? Like, how can we get? I mean, we hired you to come in and be our guide, but if you can't be our guide, how can we get you to continue?
This ward is incredibly powerful. If it's able to keep me out, I can tell you that it is not some simple trick. To destroy it will be a great endeavor. Will require much magical power and likely expense. the easiest path to dispelling the ward is to destroy its creator.
I pick up a stone and I throw it at the path.
At the path. Okay.
Did I destroy the ward?
That's an
It lands.
That's an excellent example of what it's not keeping out.
This stone is not you guys.
We're gonna just test everything we can one at a time.
Well, where does this
The
spell
stone
start?
kind of tum.
How far
She
can
told
you
you
get?
that the ward starts basically right at the path. Like she can't take a step. She can't step onto the path.
Okay.
Where Erecto and I?
I mean, this
I would
conversation
say
is taken.
right around now you're within like you can see them. You haven't fully descended, but you're getting closer. You're within shouting distance at this
Oh
point.
God, the bird's talking to her.
Oh, within sighing distance of this conversation. Okay.
So Squawk, you want to keep going while they
Proceed.
Yes. Oh, I thought that she had more to say. Like I thought that like they.
No, she was, and she says, I can't step foot onto the path. I've tried to climb the cliff as well, and that also is forbidden. Tell me more about this old woman.
She does not like flying creatures, and I kind of like shrug my shoulders as my wings flap. I don't know why.
You're claiming she's racist, then again? That's the reason she doesn't like you?
She said I came from a shithole.
All right, so
Wow.
Was there a dragon guarding this team?
so Recto and Jason are just stepping down to the bottom of the path, and you can kind of see Squawk and Yiku talking, 15 feet away.
Well, I'll just confront her directly.
Where
we're
are the
told-
drugs?
Yeah. You're. Stop it.
Rachel!
We're told you're being kept out as a source of evil. Why would someone say that?
She smiles and says, Jason, I am no source of evil. I am here for the good of Chult. If somebody is trying to keep me from Mbala, perhaps it is they who are evil.
Define good.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but what part of you is forbidden from going up there? Because we can all just stroll right up.
Her right hand.
Yeah, well, that would be worth no. Maybe that is the answer. I don't know.
Bob Marley.
She tells you that so she kind of looks down for a minute and looks back up and she says, I have been on Chult for much longer than you may think. I am one of the guardians of Chult, and Mbala's fall was unexpected, and I would like to see things put right, but somebody is preventing me from going to Mbala, and unless I can go there, this is not something I can do. So I've come to you so that you may do this.
What does that mean, Guardians of Chult? What are the qualifications, or what is that? Is that an official group, or
What do you want,
what's-
arrest?
Yeah, what does that mean?
She tells you, she says, there are few of us left, but we are magical protectors of the jungles of Ubtal's children and of the Chultan men and women. We did not protect Mbala. We did not protect Mesro. I do my best, but there are so few of us left.
We've seen you take. We've seen you get cut and not bleed. We've seen you do things that are hard to explain. How is it? How do you do that? How is it that you do that?
So she kind of sighs and says, "Well, I suppose I may as well show you." And she kind of steps back from you, arms raised, kind of universal symbol of "I don't intend to hurt you." And then feathers start to grow out of the tips of her hands, and her body shrinks and gets narrower and narrower as her legs kind of converge together, and she rises off the ground. Her clothes drop off of her slender form, and she looks like a giant snake with wings, with the head of a dragon. She's probably she's pretty big. She's maybe about 12 feet tall, flying kind of vertically near you, kind of flapping her wings, which are this bright orange, almost fiery wings. She's got these glistening green and gold scales.
How you
And
doing?
you hear her speak into your mind. "This is my true form.
So Jason,
Or one of my true forms."
I can't have one of true forms.
Jason reacts viscerally to a glowing snake person, as you might expect he would, right? And I would ask, just immediately, like, what are you?
So she you don't see her mouth moving.
I would draw my sword also.
And I would jump in front of him and kind of hold him back and just kind of.
No, I'm not gonna move.
I know, I know, but as I see you draw your sword, I'm gonna get between you and her to make sure.
Okay,
that...
I start writing stories.
Correct. Okay.
Just to kind of de-escalate is all I'm trying to do. Just.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys, so Jason draws a sword. Somebody asked, "What are you?"
I did.
Jason did, yeah.
Okay. So you hear in your mind, she tells you, "I am the guardian spirit of Orolunga."
Of course.
I told you she looked like that. I told you that's who she was.
So, I would ask her, and what is it that you're guarding? Because you seem to be kept out of
But what was
this place.
She says, "I guard Chult and the Chultan people and the creatures of Ubtao. Mbala has been destroyed by some great evil. I do not know what that evil is. It must be destroyed. But it has prevented me from performing my duty.
how do we destroy it?
I do not know what the nature of this magic is, or the evil of those cliffs. That is for you to determine."
What is it you're asking of us? Do you want us to go up this cliff and kill some old woman? Also,
If
could
she
you
is-
turn down the music a little bit? It's very
Oh, yeah.
loud.
You can adjust the volume yourself. I have it killed completely.
Thank you.
The combat music. This isn't good.
Right, this has me freaked out really. It's like
Turning it down will make combat not happen.
Yeah, no, it makes me feel calmer.
For some reason, I'm not hearing the music at like the normal volume.
Yeah, I can't hear it now.
I can still hear the
It's off
drums.
now.
I had to turn up my.
Really?
No,
I'm still hearing it.
No, just turn your volume up in your browser, guys, or under the settings for Roll20.
Yeah, mine's probably pretty low.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty high. I don't hear it anymore either. Okay, so
she tells you, I am a protector of Chultans, young and old, man and woman. I would never ask you to kill a true Chultan woman, especially an elder. But I do not know if the creature that you spoke to is truly just some old woman.
It's hard to take a contract on an old woman's life with that sort of information. Do you have any idea what it might be?
We sense some necromancy. Is that a word, necromancy?
Yeah,
that's a word.
All right, nailed it. We saw some necromancy, and also the protection magic. She is the source of it, from what we can tell. So in order to get you up there, we have to. We're not sure what we'd have to do to her, but this is why we're asking.
She, you can kind of hear her voice slither in your mind. Necromancy. And she sounds angry. And you can kind of feel that anger directly imparted into your mind. She says, you may have found one of the Sown's great hags.
The what now? The who's?
Sown Sisters. SEWN.
Ah.
She tells you that these are, that there are great evil women, hags, witches, deep within the jungles of Chult. And that they would be powerful enough to erect a magic barrier like this.
If this is
That
one
they
of
are
them,
very adept with necromancy and are a great, great danger.
Can I ask, what's the danger? She's bringing people back to life. Everyone here is cursed. They can't come back to life. What are you offering? Why is this a danger to any of us?
She turns to you in surprise. Bringing people back to life, this is not possible. Not with the death curse.
It seems you're wrong. We have people up there acquiring the skill right now.
She kind of flies forward towards you and says,
Why would you say that?
"Your friends are in grave
To move
danger."
things along. Is why.
So she tells you that your friends are in incredibly grave danger.
Dun, dun,
All right,
dun.
Yeah, but again, what's the danger? We all bring people
Death.
back to
She's
life.
going
I
to
think
kill
it's
them and
flashback
eat
point.
them.
We all bring people back to life all the time. That's what we're trying to stop. You know, is that we can't do that anymore. Why would we? Why is that bad? I
Good
don't
question.
understand.
What are you guys doing? We're on the window. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I don't understand why this is supposed to be bad. Bringing people back to life when we all bring people back to life all the time, and essentially the only reason we're out here killing undead is to be able to bring people back to life again.
So Iku will definitely talk to you more about that, but why don't we swap back over to see how things are going with Roland and Zigmundo.
Oh no. Spoiler alert.
Meanwhile, back in Zombie
Not too
Town.
good.
Oh no, there's a map. You guys are fucked.
Oh, turn
I love
order.
this. I love this team up, by the way. This is a great team up to have to deal with whatever the fuck you guys are gonna have to do up here.
All right. So, Roland,
Oh, boned.
Nice. I'm so
As-
excited.
as Granny puts that bottle into her the pocket, she approaches you and says, "We may as well get started." And you see her face kind of shrivel and turn green, and her nose gets longer and pointier, and her fingers kind of extend out, like her fingernails kind of grow and become longer and sharper and more solid into these talons. She shrinks a little bit and becomes very withered, very, very thin. And we're gonna go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, how fun. We're gonna die.
Can I tell her how beautiful her eyes are?
You can do that.
I think I'd like to do that.
Well, good. I'm outside. This is perfect.
And by the way, Roland, good job on saying that you were not going to let her sneak behind you. Otherwise, she would have gotten a surprise.
Haha.
But
Okay.
she is blocking the door.
A little bit.
Okay.
We'll start with Roland. It's your turn.
Okay, not prepared. My speed is 30. Let me just check what the speed is. So.
Push her over and run.
This. Speed 40. Sorry, I just want to see the speeds of a couple of these animals.
No, you need to check all your skills. All of them.
Speed 50 die roll. Okay. So I'd like to, as my action, use disengage.
Okay.
Yeah. And then run the fuck out.
I want to get as. I want to move to where, and you can help me with how we want to figure out.
Yep.
Basically, I want to move to here.
I'm gonna say you have to go around her.
You want? I can't. Is this a table?
Yeah, you can go that way. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 15 feet to get here, to get to the entrance. 20 feet to get outside.
20 feet. Okay. So I'd like to move that 20 feet.
Okay.
And I'd like to transform into the dire wolf.
Okay. Give me a minute.
And before I do, I want to yell to Zig, run.
Okay.
Just picturing what Zig sees. It's hilarious.
Fucking run!
We came from the south, right?
Just like get in the water.
Yeah, you guys came from the south, right? It's kind of the southeast is the entrance to the cliffs.
Okay.
So I would like, so the wolf has 50 speed. I don't know how you want to handle that, like what you'll allow me to continue.
Yeah, you've already burned 20 of it off, so I would say he has 30 left.
About 30. All right, I would like to head towards Zig, so like right about there.
Run!
Start barking at him.
All right.
All right.
I turn around and I see this, and I go, Mamma Mia! And
Here we go again. Sorry.
Nice. And I'm gonna use my dash. I'm gonna use dash, and I'm gonna go as far south as I can possibly get.
That is the most Zigmundo thing possible.
Okay, so you can make it literally to the
All right, that's my turn.
Can I run to the window or just to the wall?
To the window! The wall!
Okay.
Oh.
So. Let me just look at something here.
God.
Are you looking up Andy's other character sheets?
Okay, so so Nanny kind of exits the building, walking pretty slowly, and you can hear it coming behind you. She says, "Come back! We have so much to teach you." And you can start to hear a little rumble under the ground.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That'll be it for hers. Roland.
I'm going to get out too.
Uh,
Gonna go ahead and use that dash and make it 100 feet.
how do you break out?
So I'm gonna go,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna kind of hit as far out of here as we can.
All right. And so is that both of you guys are gonna just keep on fucking
Yeah, I'm
trucking
booking it, man. I'm booking it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How nice for you that you're not full of javelins.
So we'll swap away from that for a moment. Okay, so so you can kind of continue to hear Granny in the background as you kind of run off. You make it to the front gates at the top of the path. What do you guys do? Are you guys gonna hang out there?
I take a look over my shoulder to see what's going on. Just to
go ahead and roll perception.
Well, I want to make sure. So hold on. To be clear, I want to make sure she's not following us.
I know what you're looking for, so
Roll perception.
Okay.
Now you have to see if you don't see you're following you.
There you go.
You don't see anything following you.
Okay, so I slow to a trot.
Okay. Okay. Roland, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm about the same. We're gonna kind of head down to that gate area, and I guess probably.
Okay, so you're already at the gate, and so what I'm trying to figure out now is, are you guys gonna stay there? Are you going back to the hut? Are you going down the path? Are you doing something else?
I don't know. Let's talk about this real quick.
What kind of noise is your wolf making?
So are we through that like narrow cranny, like that narrow way that we came up?
Not
through?
yet. So you're basically at the gate. So if you remember, at the top of the at the top of the path, there was this narrow kind of alley almost made out of rock, and then just maybe 20 feet beyond that, at the once you get through that narrow thing, then you're at the top. You're on the plateau, and about 20 feet away is that ruined gate with the skulls. You're by the gate at this point, effectively.
Well, I don't think that this is something we want to try to tackle ourselves.
It's an
Affirmative. Let's
I would say head through that crevasse and try to like wait for them to come up on the other side of that.
Yeah, I'd like to put a little bit more distance.
You want to try going down?
No. I mean like some defendable location if shit should get real.
So would that be on the path? On the path, because what from here it goes into that like that tight area, right?
It goes down a set of earthen stairs.
Yeah, the stairs. I think we should be on the other side of those stairs.
Across a crevasse that's 4 feet in length with cliffs on either side, and then down a cliff face, essentially.
So you guys are basically just going down a little ways, but not the whole way.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go all the way down yet. I think we would rather hope that they're going to be coming back up soon. Although maybe that's not a good thing, because I think they thought it could take a whole day. So maybe we do want to go down.
What would you do? You personally?
Let's head down, because I think they thought this was going to take more than a day. If they're not going to be coming back up, I don't think we want to be spending the night.
Yeah, I go down.
Are you guys? So right about now, you hear the sound of monkeys coming from above, and you look up, and you see 4 small monkeys darting across the sky, kind of back and forth, almost circling you, but more in kind of this chaotic fashion.
God. Oh, I could have been a flying monkey.
Can we hear the monkeys?
I would say Nick can. If you want to try, Recto, you would have to roll for it. He's got a
roll for it.
Yeah, I mean, how do I try?
Perception.
How many monkeys?
You guys hear something?
4.
4. They're monkeys. They're not like giant mutant gorillas or anything like that.
And do I?
Recto does not hear them. You're really far away. Like, remember, it's 1,800 feet up.
Yeah.
And there are another 50 feet up above that.
3 miles.
Do I see?
3.5.
It's half a mile.
Oh, 1,800 feet, not 18,000 feet.
Would I see a wolf on top of that? On the? Would I see a giant wolf?
Oh, that's a good question, Roland. Are you still a wolf?
I would be at this point, yeah.
Okay. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Hold on, I wanted to ask.
Let's put a pin in that.
These are regular monkeys?
They are regular flying monkeys.
Flying monkeys, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, your standard is your flying monkey.
We're Wizard of Oz now.
Does it have a fez or does it not have a fez? That's the critical question here.
Yeah, with a vest, right?
You should splash her with a bucket of water, see what happens.
We have one of those.
No, the monkeys were fine with the water. Your cannon is flawed.
Okay, Roland.
You do have a lot of water, though.
You have a lot of water. Roland.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
take care of these monkeys.
so
Well, I'm a dog, so I can't really answer that.
yeah, so you guys are
Oh,
you're at the top. You've just started to descend the path a bit.
He says
Okay.
wolf.
See these monkeys.
so I mean, I turn around and see these monkeys, and they're darting back and forth. They look like they're coming at us, right?
No,
I don't wanna-
they do not.
I
They
don't want to
are
make assumptions.
they are hovering over top, and they kind of come. Some of them will come down a little bit closer to you, but never closer than say 30 feet, and then they dart right back up.
And a flying monkey is roughly how big?
They're pretty small. They're maybe like if you exclude the wings, they're maybe 4 feet tall.
Can
Like
I yell
an
at the Hey,
orangutan.
monkeys, are you here to harm us?
Okay, you yell it. They don't respond.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to say it in monkey, I think.
You didn't speak it.
So I look at Roland and I say we gotta get out of here, and I go bark once if you think we're no problem.
Do these flying? Can we tell?
Like
Are
a
these, do
mogwai
these,
with wings.
Oh
Do
my
these
god,
look
it's adorable! Can you adopt one? Oh, I so want one! Oh my god, that's amazing! I love it!
The cutest demon monkeys ever.
That's the cutest thing in the world! She's not evil! She's a foster parent!
so can we tell if these are like these cute things? Are they like half dead?
Cat lady.
They from what you can, they don't appear to be
They're so
injured
cute.
in any way. They don't appear to be undead. They appear to be
No!
monkeys with wings
Give them a hug!
and mohawks.
Feed it a banana!
How fast are they? How fast are they? You know, gaining on us.
Give it some
They're
strawberry!
there. They're on you. So they're not gaining, but they're also not.
Oh,
They
they're on
don't
you.
appear to trying to.
That's
They don't appear to be
adorable.
trying to get any closer.
You should get closer to them. They're wonderful.
I think we want to try to keep moving if they're not actually doing anything to us.
Yeah, we're gonna keep a heavy eye on them.
Okay.
Man.
Let's hurriedly down the hill.
I'd
here.
like, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to I'm still in wolf form. I would like to really kind of aggress towards one of them. I don't want to attack it, but kind of growl and kind of half lunge in that direction to see what kind of reaction I
Okay,
get.
they're like right above you, so you can try to like
jump off
straight
or
up.
yeah, I don't my intent isn't to actually get one, but I want to kind of give that, hey, back off.
Okay.
Get from, like,
So
a dog.
go ahead and roll an intimidation check as you leap up and kind of snap at one of them.
Oh, we're done now.
And actually, let's go ahead and do a athletics check as well, just to see like how close you can get, because they're quite a ways above you, right? And I'll give you.
Should I be, by the way, rolling these as myself or as the wolf?
For intimidation, as yourself. For athletics, do it as the wolf, because I think he has more strength than you.
Yes.
You basically,
Probably.
so when you transform into another creature, you take the physical
The physical
attributes of that creature, but you use the mental of your own.
Oh, isn't a giant wolf barking at you kind of intimidating?
So I don't.
It is, yeah.
I just did a strength check. 'Cause I don't have.
Not as
Yeah, you
intimidating.
don't have
as you think.
athletics.
I don't have that as like a thing built in.
Okay.
On this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the monkeys kind of fly a little bit.
But it's
They
plus
don't
three.
dip as far, but they're not. But they are not scared at all. But now I would like you to using the wolf to roll a dexterity saving throw as you land back onto this narrow path.
Oh,
As
it's
an
gonna fall
enormous
off the mountain.
How do you want me to do that? Because that would be the wolf again too.
That would be. So just click the kind of.
I can
should
click.
have
I can
ability
click
to-
Dex, but
Right.
I get just a straight Dex roll.
Well, we don't want that. We want a dex saving roll.
It was 17.
That's dex.
Yeah, I don't have.
But I think
it
that
saved
might.
much.
I think that might be the same because he wouldn't have proficiency. So that's good enough. So you snap at him, land. You see some of the rocks tumble off of the edge of the cliff, but you're able to kind of dig your claws in and stay solid on the path.
At this point, am I? Well, it's a blunt question. Am I too large for this path at this point? Like, am I having a difficult time staying on with just general walking while keeping an eye on monkeys?
So I can tell you that it's the path itself at its widest is about 4 feet wide, which is you're pretty big. So
Yeah.
you're large, right? So that means your token takes up 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're.
No,
you're
I'll
having
transform.
to-
I'll transform back. I think it's probably smartest. I don't want to fall off this fucking cliff.
Okay. Okay, so you're back to human. Okay. And you guys are going down the path?
I like that one too.
I think these things are gonna fuck us up the whole way down.
So-
All right. I'd like to kind of get to a point where, because I'm concerned these things are gonna like knock rocks out or throw rocks at us as we're trying to get through places here. So I would like to, as we get to a section where, a challenge would be, let's say, I want to cast Conjure Animals.
Okay.
And
So-
can
So you can get a good ways down the mountain without any danger because towards the top of the mountain is where you would put up a very nice earthen handrail, and so you're able to move quickly past that. But as you get about a third of the way down the cliff face, you can find a part where it's started to get tricky, and the path is narrowed from the normal 4 feet to more like 3 feet as part of it is chunked away. So you want to now cast Conjure Animals. And what are you going to do with this?
So I'd like to conjure up 8 giant owls.
Okay. Okay, let me look up giant owl.
Okay. Flip.
So it's a quarter.
Okay.
I have it on it's a quarter.
Yep. Good.
Wow.
Yep. Okay. Yep. And you can summon flying ones, no problem, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no level on that. It just basically is based on the challenge rating. So that's kind of how I took it.
Okay. All right. So you kind of these owls just kind of pop out of the sky, just poof, just like in bursts of wind, and you have 8 very large owls flying around. I mean, these things have 15-foot wingspans. These are enormous. If one was standing next to you, it would probably, be about 6 feet tall.
That's fucking terrifying.
So I what I want to do is I kind of get I get to command them a bit. I don't want them to just attack and kill these things, but I want them to kind of really hover above them. So
You're
if one of
using them as
comes anywhere
shields.
near us, yeah, like shield basically.
Oh.
If one of these things comes near us, it's going to kind of
It's just
peck at
mean.
them and knock them back. If one of them dies, so be it. But
Wow.
Jesus.
to kill these things.
Not druidic at all.
So
I'm trying not to kill him, but listen, I know I need to survive first.
Are you?
Gotta look out for someone.
just to be clear, these aren't real beasts, right? These are fey spirits that just look like a
You
beast.
people are awful.
And upon being destroyed, they'll go back to the Feywild. So this is a reasonable thing for a druid to do, I think. All right, so they poof as they poof in. the flying monkeys go and kind of like fly further away. And they scattered a bit. They're circling a little bit more orderly now, much higher up. You can still see them, but they are keeping a very healthy distance from the owls.
I just kind of want
Do
them
the owls
to...
chase them, or do the owls just kind of
No,
stay?
the owls don't chase them. Owls don't chase them.
There's
Okay.
The one druidic thing I will do is not to hopefully kill them.
Okay, so are you guys going to try and how quickly are you going down the path? Are you guys now
I'd
you've
like
got
to
your
go-
owl shield, or are you kind of going? Trying to
I'm
move
feeling
down?
pretty comfortable.
Pace.
At
At what pace?
What pace was that, Sigmundo?
No, that was an Adam Sandler joke at a medium
Oh.
pace, but we're gonna move on.
Yeah. I mean, for what that is, I feel pretty
Whoa,
safe
deep
at the moment.
callback.
Yeah, it was.
All right,
So,
so I think that you guys can make it past this this part of the cliff no problem by taking a normal pace. It is as Nick always says, it's easier to go down than up. So all right.
You always say that.
That's your new catchphrase, Nick.
On my tombstone.
It's easier to go down than up. Is now your catchphrase.
All right, so you descend, and the monkeys at a certain point don't come any further down. They're continuing to circle, now far above. They're easily 600 to 700 feet away from you now, straight up. They don't appear to be getting any closer. You don't know if that's because of the owl shield or something else. But yeah, they're staying where they are. Do you guys just keep on going down?
Yeah, and I kind of tell the owls, to stay in that area for the duration. I think it's
Okay.
hour. Yeah, up to an hour.
Ah, boy, I wish it was like 12 hours. That would be way
Yeah.
better.
Okay. So you guys approach the bottom right as you hear Jason kind of engaging with this what you see as you hit the bottom, this enormous flying creature.
You are having a rough day.
Like, did a cartoonist turn around and like the wheels
Turn
start
around and
spinning
run back
before
up
you
the
go?
mountain now.
God,
It looks like that.
why?
Holy shit! It's a quaddle.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Quaddle.
I don't know.
It is now.
Coatl?
And you hear Jason kind of say, or Jason, why don't you repeat what you were saying to Iku towards the end, where
I
you
was
were
just-
questioning
I was
about
What she is and what her purpose is, essentially. I
right.
know.
And I think you were saying, why would it to
Oh, that's
resurrect?
Yes, yeah. Why is it evil? And if they came down saying that they were chased by flying monkeys, I feel like that would be convincing to me. That I'd be like, okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Got it.
Iku has been on her side. I'm not actively hostile to her. But
Yeah.
if she's showing herself as a flying snake, I do have some reaction to that. Right.
Has to be
And
snakes.
it's more of like it's a snake / kind of more dragony look than the
Either.
snake creature that you've seen previously.
Glowing snake things.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
kind of a trigger
okay.
for me.
And so Roland and Zygmundo, as you guys hear in your head the voice of this creature saying, There is no resurrection on Chult. If anything promised you resurrection, that is evil magic at play, and whatever was brought back would be an undead slave
I would like to
that would
yell
wither
out.
and die without its mind.
I would like to yell out and just go, "What the fuck is going on down here?"
Yeah, that's yeah. So as you guys come down, we'll kind of yell, "Oh, it's Iku! That's Iku!" Just to kind of let you know.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. All right.
What's wrong?
Okay.
So sorry, she was saying something.
And so you guys get to the bottom, and so now everybody's back together in one
Don't-
big group.
Don't fire. Don't shoot. It's Iku. That kind of thing. Like,
So is she done kind of filling us in at the second? Because we would like to fill in the group what happened.
how would you go about that? Because I do have, like, I am sort of engaged at this point in conversation, so it's like
take us through it.
Take us through it.
Well, I didn't know if she was done with because we're trying to let you know what's up there too.
Well, she was responding. So
Yeah,
she was
don't worry
responding
about
to
that.
Jason. I would imagine that everybody would know. The two of you who were supposed to be gone for a couple of days have come down.
Gotcha.
So
And
what
you
are you
probably
doing exactly?
Don't look super relaxed, I would imagine. So everybody kind of turns. So Iku, the flying creature, turns to you as you approach.
Also,
Is
I
now
would ask
looking
her.
at Roland and Zygmundo.
Oh well, no, Jason didn't know about that. Never mind.
No,
Well,
he did not.
so I'll let them know that you know to the group she turned on us. She sicked ferocious looking monkeys on us. It was terrifying. So we sprinted back down here, but I think we found the source of the evil.
Flying monkeys? Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, that.
They were scary, man. They were terrifying. You should have seen them.
How scary can flying monkey be?
Wow.
Teeth were huge.
Sounds pretty adorable, really.
So I think we have to ask what's our next step.
So this is
Let's
Iku
go.
now. She's a dragon.
This is Iku. He's a flying snake.
She is,
Sort of like kind
and
of
we-
gawks there.
we'll kind of fill them in on the Guardians of Cholt and how that works and everything.
Yep.
And,
How does it work?
yeah, well, at least what we know. Well, really,
Yeah, I don't know how it
just
works.
that there's Guardians of Cholt, I guess, really. So that's
Sure,
really all we know.
right. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy, just not as broad.
If
And
they
she
were all
is the
flying
spirit
snakes.
guardian of Orlunga, I think it was, or something like that.
Correct.
But yeah, and kind of fill them in on all that stuff. So
So, and Jason would ask him. She turned on you.
Absolutely. She turned green and grotesque and the stereotypical witch, and we did the most heroic things we could, and we got the fuck out of there.
It was the most heroic. You would have been proud.
We're alive. It's probably not going to be a great idea to go back the way we came, unless.
So in fairness, she didn't do a single thing to you guys.
No,
She's
no, she
turned
did.
Green.
She's sick.
Green,
her
the nails, man. I'm out of there. Peace
all right.
out.
So
She's sick her adorable
Let's go get her.
monkeys on there.
yeah. So that said, I think we're for point of action here. I think we're pretty convinced the one we need to eliminate here. And you guys want to head back up, or do we want to find out more while we're down here?
Let's just go.
Well, hang on. Let's finish this inquiry, this flying winged snake thing.
So
and-
yeah, I would at least tell Iku, we are not done talking, but obviously, I'm not going to let my my friends be endangered here, and so head on.
So Iku kind of tells you into your mind to be incredibly careful, because she had heard that there were magics on top of Mbala that could escape the death curse, and she didn't expect that it would be one of the Sohn sisters. Now that she knows that, you are all in very grave danger. Whether you kill her now or move on, the Sohn sisters have marked you.
Is there anything that you can provide us? Can you guess like anything you can give us before we go and engage with the Sohn sister?
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Blind squirrels, man.
So
I
know, I'm
A lot
prob-
of good questions.
I'm kidding.
I know I'm failing so badly at my promise to be quiet. I'm having a lot of fun.
So hold on while I have to do another minute of research on Nick's thing.
Okay, well, while I say
Bio?
that, I will
Bio.
tell her there
Bio?
is
yeah.
I'll be back.
there is nothing a witch can do that will save her from me, and I'm gonna head up, ready to stab, ready to burn.
She
my.
tells. Yeah, let's do a bio, and then she has her response for you, Nick.
Cool. Are you taking a bio or are you hanging out?
I'm sorry.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Have you played Octopath yet?
No.
Okay.
Is it good?
What is
It seems really cool.
Octopath?
It seems really cool so far. Like the demo's out.
Have you played Hollow Knight?
I have.
No.
Is it good? You like it?
It's really good.
I'm.
You got the map there. You got the map right.
I got one. Yeah, I got 2 maps. I'm almost like I got the second map now.
And you bought the compass pen, right? So you can tell where the fuck you are now.
Yes,
What are
but
you guys
it
talking
took me a
about?
second to figure out that I do equip the compass pen.
Yeah. that's like once you get those, the first map and really, because until then it's like, oh, what the hell is going on?
It's a game on the Switch, Others.
It's a Metroidvania.
Oh,
Metroidvania kind of thing.
okay. Here's a 2-person poll. What game are you most excited of out of E3 this year?
Excited in terms of like.
You want to play it the most out of all the games that were introduced.
Oh, jeez.
You gotta pick one.
Cyberpunk. I mean,
Cyberpunk is the obvious
Cyberpunk.
answer.
Cyberpunk.
That's what I was trying to ask what the question is, because like a game that has a release date or
No, Cyberpunk is absolutely it. That studio has all my love, all of it, and everybody that came out of that demo was like, "This is the talk of the conference." Everybody fucking is blown away by this, and I'm just like, "Oh, you Polish wonder bastards! Thank you so much for everything you do." And I just, even though the one thing that I heard that I was not absolutely keen on is that it was first person.
I dig it. I don't know. Like I agree with you, but like I don't know. I think they can do really cool things with the fact that it's like kind of forced first person.
Most people love that. I never.
I don't. I never choose to do it, and so I kind of like if they had both, I would never use it. I would always use third person. But if they're forcing it on us, then they can probably script around that.
But apparently, they totally built the world out all the way. They went full on. What was that game back in the day, Shadowrun, where they had that kind of thing? Like, I think they might have found a way to realize something like that.
Did you see the video that they did about Cyberpunk saying that Cyberpunk is alluded to in Witcher 3?
Oh, it totally is. When Siri goes, is that her name? Her name's Siri.
Yeah,
right?
Siri.
Yeah. When
she goes to the future, she tells you about like hover cars and shit.
Yeah. Hover cars and people most of in the context of what she said, I was like, oh, she's talking about the future. But then when you see it like in Cyberpunk, it's like, no, she was talking about the future. She was talking about Cyberpunk. Like,
oh yeah, like everybody thinks we'll see her.
Nick. She was talking about it.
27/7.
Our future. Playing that game a year from now or however long. No, I was totally psyched about that. I'm not as sucked into the whole mythology of Death Stranding as everybody seems to be.
Can you explain what that mythology is?
No one can, and that's the whole point. They're like, okay, I have no idea what's happening. I must love it, and I don't. I'm like, okay, well, tell me what's happening, and then maybe I'll like it.
What Death Stranding, ultimately, what the politics of Death Stranding is, Hillers?
No one does, Nick. No one even knows what's happening at all.
It's the Hideo Kojima. It's the next Hideo Kojima game, who's the guy that's been doing Metal Gear for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
It's his next project. That's why it's getting all this like.
Oh, and I'm totally on it. But everything he does is completely incomprehensible.
Yeah.
I played.
Now he has like no leash. It's gonna be fucking insane.
I played
and not necessarily in a good way.
like 4 times, and I still can't tell you what that game is about.
But the games are good. The gameplay's good.
Yeah, but when you start like reading into the lore, I'm like, I have no idea what's happening here.
Oh my god, no, it is the most.
At all.
It's the
convoluted nonsense. But he's great. I mean, everything he does in games is awesome. But to try to follow the plot is a fool's errand. Speaking of which, I'm now playing Persona 5. Speaking of things that are a fool's errand to try to follow the plot. It's got me. It's got me. I don't know why. I don't like all its mechanics. Its turn-based combat could have been done in Final Fantasy VII, but it's got me.
I bought it, but I haven't even played it yet. Like I bought it when it was
because the way it forces time on you, and you can't do as much as you want. Like you don't have the freedom to act.
Right.
And
You have like a day,
that,
like, and you can do a certain number of things each day,
and
right?
there's a time limit, and you only have so many days, and everything you do, the opportunity cost of everything else you could do, digs at you, just digs at your soul, and
Is
it just.
Is it kind of like playing? Is it kind of like life, where instead of going off and doing something, you're playing a video game? So you're.
No, I'm totally satisfied with that choice. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. This game makes you feel that you really want to do like 4 things, and you can do a thing every day. And there's a cost to not doing it. And so you're like, it has a sort of that turn-based addiction where you're just like, just one more day. Just one more day. I can maybe do 2 things if I do this day properly, or if like I arrange my my souls or whatever properly. I can do one more thing. I can do it better, and it gets the hooks in. So don't do it, because I think I'm maybe like 30% through the game, and I think I'd put maybe 40 odd hours in. So just don't.
Geez.
Just
All right,
don't.
we
You've got a
back?
family. You've got a job. Don't do it.
I'm here. I'm just eating an apple.
Having said
Andrew,
that,
too.
it's a great game.
No, I'm here.
It's a
nice.
great game.
There he is, in his salmon shirt.
It's not salmon.
Andy, and I.
It's what?
Hey, I bought Conan Exiles because it's on Steam, the Steam sale.
Right.
It's in the same genre as Rust and Ark, but it's like the best one I've played. It's actually pretty damn good. So if anybody's interested in that kind of game, Conan Exiles is pretty cool.
Man, we put some hours into Ark.
You've got a Wang size dial on your character creator.
Ah! What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
about
wow.
that?
Okay.
Oh, but just one other thing. Did you guys hear Battletoads was announced?
Yeah, let's worry.
Yeah, but it was just like they didn't even show anything about it.
No, it's just like, hey, we're doing
Dungeons
Battletoads. Okay.
No more off topic.
All right.
Wait a minute,
sorry.
so I can finally call GameStop and ask for Battletoads 2?
No, Battletoads again.
Yeah.
Not Battletoads.
Reboot.
Oh,
All
are
right,
we?
so you guys were talking to Iku the Coatl, who are, at least she's presenting herself in the form of Coatl currently.
Does
And,
she still call herself that?
You haven't asked.
That's true.
And she Squawk had just asked if there was anything like, hey, or do you have any goodies you can give me to help? And so she thinks about it for a moment, and what she says to you is that this far away from Orolunga, her powers are limited, but she can tell that some of you are injured, and she could try and cure your wounds before you go to Mbala and face off against the hag.
I feel
Is
like we
that
got to
true?
start having faster conversations with Iku, because like she buries the lead so often. She's like, "Hey, by the way, I'm a
really does.
dragon.
Yeah,
Hey, by the
am
way,
a
I can
mystic
heal you."
snake.
Yeah, like,
I mean, are we hurt though? I don't have
Some of
that.
you are.
yeah,
Or
I
if you're
could,
not, then you don't need her help.
I could use a
But
couple
I see
HP.
Jason, Recto, and Squawk that aren't at full.
Oh
XP,
yeah,
or-
I'm
or full
11. I'm 11
XP.
points off the mean, so I will accept that help.
So she can help 3 of you, or she can cast it. She can cast Cure Wounds 3 times, and so it's basically, how do we want to allocate that?
I just need one.
I'd
I don't really
Yeah,
need it.
we all just need one.
Well, actually, Hillers might need 2 if he's at 11.
No,
Well, so
11
Squawk is
fine.
actually
I
the
got
most hurt.
second.
Then I don't
I think
need
Squawk
it.
is the most hurt.
I only need 3 hit points back. I'm good. So you guys take it.
We
Give
also
it-
don't know what level she's casting the spell, though.
Nevertheless,
Squawk
give
and
it-
Jason are actually both down 11.
all right. Well, then let's each take one, and see where we're at. Right?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, they announced the Walking Dead final season at E3. Sorry, I'm just flipping through the news.
Sure, it all ends very happily.
Oh no, that whole game is the worst. That's emotionally manipulative.
Okay, so Squawk, this is for you first.
Yep.
Nice.
So you're back to full.
Actually,
we're gonna do the same.
The up arrow works, by the way, for recast for.
Nice. Okay, I'll use that. Thank you. Hillers, this is for you. There you go.
Yeah!
So, Meryl, I guess might as well.
Sure, if it's a free cast.
+4, even if it's a 1.
What?
You're up.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Oh my god!
I wanna do this again.
Yeah.
This thing is fucked up.
No, that's canon.
Oh,
No,
maybe.
it's not.
Oh, okay, yeah. 'Cause
No.
maybe the up
It was-
arrow was
it was
just
legit.
just putting 12s. And, yeah.
Well, I actually didn't even use the up arrow for the second one because I fucked it up.
Yeah.
No.
That was legitimately just 3 perfect rolls.
All
Wow.
right.
Yeah, you know what that means is that some party somewhere is having the worst game of their lives.
Like us a couple weeks ago.
Like us almost all the time, except for that one time against the dragon.
Some party on the
Thank you,
West
Miku.
Coast is like, you are eaten by gorillas, all of you.
All right.
Okay, so your owl shield rolling is still up and going.
Yeah, let's get up there.
You've probably got another half an hour left of it, so you could get most of the way up the cliffs with it still running. So you guys are taking off, going up the cliff? Is that what your plan is?
I'm going up the cliff.
We're off to burn a witch.
Can we enlist the Terrafolk to help us kill this thing?
Let's not overcomplicate well, Jason will not overcomplicate this. He's going in with sharp blades.
I don't know. Just a thought. We probably don't need to, but
If we all
Recto,
die, we will say, why didn't we just get the Terrafolk?
Recto is free to suggest it. Diplomacy is not his first approach.
I don't know. Just a thought.
That's
I'm not
something
sure if that's
Steve-
even feasible, really.
That's something Steve might have done. He's not with us anymore, so.
Who?
Some guy. Some guy you burned heartlessly.
So anyway,
Okay.
regardless, we need to head up. So
You
we
need
can
to head
talk
up the
about
cliff.
it on the
All
way.
right, so how quickly are you guys going?
Medium
How
pace.
quickly are we going? Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah,
at a
we're
medium
not
pace,
rushing,
it's gonna
right?
take about 45 minutes. So you won't have the owl shield up the whole time.
Do we need the owl shield? How many monkeys were there?
4.
There were 4 when we left.
How much could they hurt?
My heart, a lot.
Damage to your heart, +1.
It's the number of magic
Okay.
missiles I had ready to fly.
I can't kill
All right,
those monkeys. Those things are
So we're gonna have you guys head up the path, and we are gonna do the skill. So, I think I made it to DC 13 last time. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and make it a little bit easier this time. DC 12. So we're gonna do 3 checks before 3 successes. DC 12.
Okay.
Who wants to chip in with one of them and include in the narrative how you're helping?
Well, I think the playing
Just-
some inspirational music worked out last time to start us off. So I think getting a good beat going to keep our morale up as we are, and confidence going as we are scaling these walls and jumping over cliffs and things work.
Do you want to do that as a general performance, or do you want to? Is that a spell that you want to do?
Yep.
That was a performance.
been done.
Oh, it's been done. All right, perfect. You succeeded.
Nailed it.
So, yeah, everybody's like really focused on the task at hand.
Dun, dun,
Hey.
dun, dun.
I was
It's like
really
when you're working
stressed
out, you got
about
that beat. I can do this.
Yeah.
All right, Hillers. It looks like you wanted to do something strengthy.
Like when there's Heart playing on the radio. Yeah, man.
Frosted tips.
Barracuda.
Oh my god, my son is obsessed with that
Hillers,
song.
you were volunteering to do a strength check. Athletics. Okay, well that does succeed. I don't know why you have advantage turned on though.
I don't either. How do
flip that
I?
back to normal?
Right above
how do I
your
do
right
that?
above your speed, click on the normal button.
So I will use.
Oh, real quick, sorry. Let's have Hillers narrate. So what happened? How did you use those athletics?
So if there was sort of a crag or you know a steep area, I would sort of join my hands, lift people up, throw them up over that onto a safer space.
Okay, so as you guys were ascending, one of you kind of steps forward and the rock just crumble out from below. And Jason pulls let's say it was Zygmundo, pulls Zygmundo back before he can fall, and then kind of helps boost you up to the next set of the ascent as it kind of switches back around. So you've kind of skipped that gap and just gone up to the next level.
Yeah. As far as Jason knows, Zygmundo is a very brave adventurer.
That's right.
Roland, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, so I want to get to a section where it's, real tight against the rocks, kind of similar last time, but I want to have spires come up as like stepping stones that are built up from the bottom using mold earth.
Nice.
To give us a good section where maybe it had crumbled out or something.
All right. Yeah, that works.
What I roll for that though?
I think I'll let you get away with no roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you
and in the future, I might change this to introduce a little bit of randomness, so we don't cantrips all the time.
Okay.
But I think for this time, I'm good with saying yeah, totally. Okay. Like these little spires come up and make it a little bit easier to keep your footing as you ascend.
So the lava.
You get about 80% of the way up, and all of a sudden, the owls just disappear.
No!
You see some feathers floating down.
Oh.
And the monkeys up ahead start to chat a bit, pointing down.
I'd like to look to the group and say it's time to go.
Go adopt one of those monkeys? They're amazing. Let's all get one.
We're terrified.
So the monkeys start to lower, but they're not kind of diving. They're getting closer. So you guys kind of continue.
Hey, do we want to pick up the pace, or do we want to keep?
Yes. Let's move along, but I'm definitely not going to stab a monkey without provocation.
Let everybody know that she probably knows we're here now.
Yeah, it's true.
She definitely knows we're here.
Okay, so you guys keep climbing, and you pass the sweet earthen staircase with the nice handrail that Roland made, and then you keep on climbing. You approach the crevasse. Yep.
Before we crest the top, I think Squawk's gonna speed up a little bit, and he's gonna fly up and just from the outside, just kind of scout out what's ahead. What's over the crest to kind of get a lay to see if there's anything changing before we.
Okay, so you fly up above. Everybody else is still ascending. They're approaching the crevasse. You fly up above. You can look beyond the gate. Go ahead and roll perception with 19 as your kind of fallback.
Yeah.
Just that 19.
Perception.
Yep.
Huh.
Okay, so we'll use a 19, and
just in case.
you see the monkeys. They, as you flew up towards the top, they kind of headed back. Kind of drifted away from the edge of the cliff back towards the hut, but they're kind of sticking near you, so they're not just flying back, but more like circling in that direction. But you don't see anything else moving in Mbala.
Okay, so nothing's changed. As far as I can tell, none of the layout has changed.
Correct.
Okay. And I don't see any old women laying traps.
Correct.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna play back here and say that everything looks fine so far up over the crevasse. And I assume that as I fly back down towards the group, the monkeys kind of like lower down with me, like they're keeping a distance from me.
They're kind of keeping, they would, as you fly back closer to the cliff, they're basically just staying as close as they can to you guys without
they're keeping 50 feet away from me at all times.
Pretty much.
Got it.
Pretty much. Okay, so I assume you guys kind of go up to the.
I think that's the only place to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you keep on climbing. You walk through the crevasse. You see
Where's
this
the hag?
artwork.
Time to gut
You
it.
see this artwork kind of carved into either side of the. You crest over the top. You see the gates of the old city of Mbala with piles of skulls around either post. You walk through. Do you head towards the hut?
Who's taking point? I'll volunteer. Yeah, I'll volunteer. Although she's probably magic, so I still.
Jason kicks in the door and finds a cuddly.
So are you guys just going? So is this a plan? So is the plan here? I just want to understand what to do here.
Jason's plan is to kick in the door and gut a hag.
What time of day is it?
Right now it's about midday.
Should our plan be, let's, make sure she actually means to do us harm first, or
yeah, probably a smart idea.
or are we pretty?
Try to eat.
In a tactical sense, I
Did
agree
she?
with you. In an RP sense,
Because he just
I think
ran
I
when
think
she
it's fair
turned green.
I think it's fair to
The
assume.
nails came out.
Yeah, that's clearly not making a potion, right? That's obviously lying.
You don't know that.
She
Maybe
turned
that's
it-
her
well,
potion. Those are her potion making nails.
Okay, well, okay, that's Meryl saying that. Jason sees undead witchery and is super mad. So, he's gonna be kicking doors and gutting hags.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to stop him,
Well, that and
speak now.
if we're riding with Iku, then she's got to
I
go.
think it's best to ride with Iku. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're doing a quick vote, like when we get up to the top, like, I mean, we
You're-
walked all the way the fuck back up here, but
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, we're gonna gut an old woman. Let's do a poll.
like, I mean, that's what it sounded like. It's like,
It's like, well, yeah, I'm riding with Iku too. I'll ride with the giant flying dragon that can telepathically speak to things and heal us up and stuff.
yeah, do we want to try to talk to her before we just kick in, or just go for the gusto?
Let's go for it, man. I'm
I've
fixing to
already
punch some
said
stuff.
what Jason intends to do. If anyone intends to stop
Alright.
him, they are welcome to try.
Where are you old hag?
Okay. Do you guys want to give me your general marching order?
I'm in the back.
Jason at the lead.
I'm in the back. Standard. I think standard
That
marching
would
order,
be
right?
behind Jason.
Well, no, standard is rolling up front, but I'll take point on this one
All right.
Yeah.
because we
So,
know
Jason-
we're going in to cut things.
So Jason followed by Roland, followed by Zig, followed by Rex.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good. I'm actually and I'm gonna be flying kind of like in the middle of them, about 10 feet up in the air.
Okay.
And roll, Recto, you're.
Where are the
bringing up the rear.
monkeys? Are they?
Yeah, monkeys are Squawk's job.
Are they above the house where she is, or are they in our
The
path?
monkeys are more above you guys. So, they've been kind of following you guys. So they're staying above you. So as you've made your deeper into Mbala towards the hut, they've continued to follow roughly 50 feet above Squawk.
Okay.
Do I have like?
But nice knowing you guys.
Yeah.
Do we have any fruit in our packs?
Nah.
What?
Just those berries that make us live forever.
The glow in the dark berries, I have some.
I was like, we could give the monkey some berries and see if
I have a
they'll leave us
monkey. I have a monkey fist.
Ah,
Well, I know.
that's just gonna piss them off.
Roland could always just work diplomacy on the monkeys and just become their friends.
Yeah,
have you seen
alone.
my?
Recto can always-
Hey,
Recto can always show
monkey!
up their
Have you
fist.
seen my fist?
All right, let's go. All right, if we're just gonna go balls in, let's just do this.
Do it.
Say balls in.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It is now. I've always said that.
Balls deep.
I go down and up.
I've always said that.
I go down and up.
You realize that you're binding yourself ever further to this. I can't wait to bring that up later. All right, Jason kicks in the door.
Okay, so as you guys,
so we're gonna spread out a little. Like, I'd like to not be next to people as we approach this.
In a line would probably.
Yeah,
not be.
like I think we'd like to kind of like. It's hard to describe, but like I'd like to just kind of take a few steps back so I'm not in.
Why don't we do it like this?
Tactical flanking.
Yeah.
FBI style.
Right. We're not gonna march in single file in a big clump. Yeah.
So Jason, you're gonna be approaching the front door.
Yeah. Battering ram out.
So as you guys, all of you, as you get closer, you hear the sound of sobbing coming from within the hut. Of what sounds like maybe a child crying.
Oh.
It's a trap.
Also the sounds of monkeys. Not just the monkeys above, but maybe there's a monkey or maybe more than one monkey inside of the hut.
Don't trust anything this woman puts in front of us. She's magical. She puts illusions out there. Kill anything, because there's nothing living up here except what she wants to be living up here.
Okay, so Jason, you're getting close to the front door. Where's everybody else want
to? I would like to be positioned here, kind of like hiding behind that pillar.
Okay. Right there?
Yep.
Okay. Sig?
I'm back behind this pillar. Hold on. I'm trying to click. I got the wrong thing. Sorry. This pillar.
Okay.
Thank you.
Recto?
There.
Okay. Squawk? You're gonna be 10 feet up, I think you said.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here. Now, the roof of the building, is there a roof? There are. I can see into.
There is a roof. There is a roof. You can't. Yeah.
There's
there's a roof.
Okay, so there's no patches in it. Okay.
It's a thatch roof.
Okay, but it's solid. Like I cannot. There's no holes in it that I can't.
You're looking at it right there.
No significant holes.
No way for me to see into the house from the roof.
I mean, if you got really close, you could probably like. It's not a well-made.
Okay.
You can't just straight see through it though. There are gaps if you want to get right up in there.
Scratch through it.
Okay.
Hiya!
Actually, is. Okay, so I can hear I can hear sounds coming from the house, right?
Yeah, you can hear what sounds to you like a human child crying.
Okay, what I want to do is I want to get close enough that I can see into the house, without being like what I can.
If you wanted to look inside the house, you'd either have to.
I'm not looking for anything in particular. I want to cast a spell inside the house, and all I need to do is be able to see into it. Is what I'm trying to do.
If you want to be able to see that well, you have to go inside. There are no windows. These are just flaps, right? These are stretched canvas, leather. There are gaps in it, because this leather is not perfect. So if you want to literally stand right next to it, you could peer through with one eye, between the cracks.
Oh.
There's no windows.
Okay, yeah, no, and actually, what I'm going to cast actually needs to see. I need to cast it on a person. All right, I'll make a stealth check, and I'll try to actually lie. Is there a window here to the south side?
There are no windows.
There are no windows at all. Okay, then I'm going to hold off on
this. This thing is just it's like a canvas.
It's a shit house.
It's leather, but it's
tin roof.
All right, someone else go while there.
No, you have to position yourself.
Yeah, are you positioned where you want to be?
Yeah, 10 feet up in this area.
Okay.
Land on top of a pillar.
And Jason, there's no door to knock on or really to knock down. It's just a flap. Do you knock the flap down?
No, I'll slice it off at the top.
Okay. The flap falls down to the ground.
In the name of the Fabric Slayer. Oh. I'll slice it off. Take a good odd look inside the hut prior to striding in. But yeah. So what do I see?
Yep. So let me add this one. So you see a young man, maybe a early teenager, Chulton. He's bound up. His hands are bound behind his back, and he's kind of sank in on the floor, crying. You see two flying monkeys in the place. They're kind of just they're looking at you, surprised, but they're kind of not making any motion towards you. They're kind of hopping up and down on top of some of the furniture. And the young man is crying.
Okay, I'll offer to the adorable monkeys. Go ahead. Do what you will. I just
they just kind of look at you and kind of like cock their head and kind of their big, bright, brown eyes look at you, and they kind of chirp a little bit.
God, that's so cute. God, that's adorable. And okay, so given that, I will walk in towards the guy.
Yep.
And I will just say, it's like, I hope I'm not wrong, but witches must die, and I will shove my sword right through his gut.
Okay. All right.
Recto doesn't approve, but Meryl approves.
No, I like
Recto,
Jason is not fucking around. This is a guy that's been hanging out in the woods killing monsters for months with no human contact and hates undead.
And then he meets something and he stabs it in the stomach. Damn.
No,
Okay,
I was very nice to the old woman. I was extremely nice to the old lady. Now that it's a witch, it's an undead witch, time to stab.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
My attack.
Your attack.
Okay.
Are we rolling initiative, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Should I roll initiative first or my attack first? I guess.
No, just go ahead and do your attack first.
Okay. That would be this.
Boom.
But shall.
Okay. Let's get everybody's initiatives in play.
God, I do so much damage. I can't wait to get this thing up to 20. Oh, I'm so damaging.
Roll initiative, Mr. Damage.
Oh, shit. I gotta click my guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not like I've been doing this for a year on ad. I just...
So we are missing, there we go. Yeah, but you actually, that should be a 16, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So...
He's killing younglings.
Also, I should get a surprise round if that's actually the enemy. If it's a prisoner of hers, I'm gonna feel bad later, but I'll deal with it.
So that was a surprise round. That was a surprise round.
Cool.
So that's why you got to roll before initiative. Is how I played that out.
12 slashing, not too bad. Not too bad.
So you take your so like as you approach the tied up young man kind of looks up at you, and you can see tears kind of struggling down his face, and he looks up at you, and his eyes are like swelled up, like he's maybe been beaten a bit. And you walk up, and he kind of cracks his eyes to see who it is. He's kind of flinching. And you take your sword and sink it right into his stomach, and you hear him go,
wouldn't that be piercing?
Back off of the board and slumps over onto the floor. And you hear from outside the hut.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oops.
All right.
That's probably
so-
somebody important. That's probably like Iku's brother.
Let me do a couple things here.
For the good of the
Flash
party, right?
column.
Right, Chris? For the good of the party.
She's
Okay.
she's invisible
look.
again.
None of you guys saw me do this, so that's probably important to know.
All right.
Oh, the monkeys that killed that guy was awful.
Okay. So, Zygmundo, it's your turn.
Ah, shit. Okay, so we heard a laugh, right? Do I know which way that laugh came from, or was it all encompassing?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Do. Oh.
Yeah, you couldn't really tell.
You're not even sure it was a laugh. All right. Crap.
The laugh that was heard. Oh, I guess we all heard it, right?
It was heard around the world. Yo, I can't even use detect magic because it's not queued up.
Do
So
we all get a perception, or was that the group's perception check?
Why don't you ask on your turn?
oh wait, hold on. What's my base perception? Is it higher than what I rolled? No, it's not. Okay.